considered a final farewell to classmates before everyone leaves to pursue their individual paths after graduating, and is often a look back on shared memories from their times in high school together. Each year, the grade 12 class is asked to nominate those they believe will represent them and the many diverse groups that make up a graduating class. To be nominated, a student must have a B average in their grade 12 year, have demonstrated good citizenship, and have been involved in a variety of school activities. This year, 6 students agreed to be nominated as potential valedictorians, and I would like to thank all the nominees: Lucy Trepanier, Fahad Ilahi, Brandon Aiken, Braden Ning, Jennifer Kwan, and Ryan Clark for their contributions to the school and their pursuit of excellence for themselves and those around them. The nominated students then present themselves to their peers in the form of a speech during an assembly, and then students vote on who they would like to have represent them. And though each and every one of these students more than exemplified the outstanding characteristics we look for in a valedictorian, I'm very happy to present to you your 2019 valedictorian, Ryan Clark.
And now for something completely different. Good morning, students, parents, teachers, distinguished guests, and people watching at home, such as Mark from San Jose and Chris from Austria. Kudos to you. My name is Ryan, although you might know me for a few things. You might know me as the kid who brought a tub of whipped cream to school for a brunch project, only for Gage to pour rockstar energy into it. You also might know me as the guy that in 8th grade played Metallica music in the halls, so I guess in those ancient times headphones hadn't been invented yet. Or most recently, you probably know me as the kid who got WWE body slammed during Don't Stop Believing at Dry Grad. Yes. That was a highlight. But today I stand before you guys as the representative, the one telling the stories of the graduate students at this wonderful event we call grad. Now, is this going to be one of your sort of standard, sentimental, Hallmark presents, I'll be home for Christmas sort of speeches? Well, no, but actually, yes. The span of high school is just incredible. It's a very, very crazy time of our life. The 5-year span we spend inside those scuffed up brick walls turns us from children into adults. The adolescent years are faced with many hardships, and Dover-based students have had to deal with a lot of things. We've had to deal with getting grades, as well as not getting grades. We've had to deal with, some of us, our first jobs, which in turn came with our first customer complaints. I think I hit 4. Thank you to those people. And we had to deal with the social game of high school, which is way more difficult than any of those Roblox games you guys played during library work blocks. Way more difficult. As you can see, though, the teen years threw a lot of hardships at us, and I didn't even get to the difficulty of electronically choosing courses, resisting the urge to check your phone, fought terrible jokes on announcements, Eco Club turning the temperature down till it's the temperature of the Arctic, jeez, the disappointment of Game of Thrones Season 8, and of course, multiple controversies surrounding grad tag. The years that we just experienced were some of the most important of our lives. It was a roller coaster of a ride. We started from one destination and ended up in a completely unexpected destination. Going in, we didn't know if the platform this ride would end would be in a castle or an abandoned shed in the forest. As young kids, we had our aspirations. Some of us wanted to just be one of the Strokes, or one of the Avengers, one of the Canucks, or a member of your 2019 NBA champion Toronto Raptors. But we came out wanting to be accountants, contract lawyers like me, or pharmacists. So whether you know exactly what you want to be or still have no idea because that question's scary, or you think it doesn't matter because we're caged in a simulation and you believe that theory, I think we can all agree that these days of our lives are very valuable. Of course, though, not every one of us who started this journey can be here. I use the word legend quite a bit, but I can truly say that Eric Shim was a legend. Never in my life... somebody who could just put a big smile on your face like Eric. I really didn't know him as well as a lot of people. I only ever had a few classes with him. but some people's personalities are just infectious, and his sense of humor just rubbed off on people, and it brought about so much happiness. And I also have to say, I was absolutely deeply moved by the way our grad class responded to the news of the tragedy. There was so much support to each other, to his friends, and also love shown to Eric and his family. It really showed us what the real things were in life, and how valuable our relationships can be. So to Eric, we thank you for everything you did that brightened many of our days and made this journey truly a better one. What makes a student truly successful? What makes the students up here successful? Well, I think on Family Feud, the number one answer would probably be a good support system. I just want to take a moment to really thank the teachers for putting in some of the hard work to help us grow, learn, and mature. I personally have learned so much amazing stuff here, such as who not to trade on my fantasy hockey team. But being totally serious, guys, it's a special bunch that has really shown they put the interest of students above all, and I think that we can be grateful for that. For every great asset to society, for every difference maker, for every innovator, there's been an incredible teacher who's guided them to success. And I just have to say, I think every one of us have had that teacher that's really helped us, that's really guided us, that we've really been able to relate to, and I just want to say a big thank you to them. Also, that have been with us since day one when we were newborns, helping us become the graduate students we are today. They were there when coming home saying, "Mom, I have a girlfriend," was met with laughs and not, "Oh, God." They were there when we were counting our Webkins plushies and not counting how many grade marks we needed to get a passing grade in physics. And to my parents in particular, they were there when it was all about, getting the courage to ride a Disney ride, not riding my 500th roller coaster. They were there in the days when being a Lightning fan meant collecting Vinny LeCavalier trading cards and not agony every spring watching the team choke. It's a wild journey of growth that we've just went through, and I just want to thank all the adults who helped us get there. I'm truly thankful for that. There's so much potential in this room to change the world. Like, can you imagine? As we bid farewell to each other, I also want us to wish each other the best fortune and support each other in our upcoming goals. To those of you who want to design cars, I'm sorry, Pontiac, but I know what I'll be driving in the future. To those of you who become bakers, well, now I know where to get cinnamon buns that I can bring to events and say, "Oh, I'm a good baker, I made these." And to those of you who want to direct television shows, I'll switch my television service provider to whoever carries your show, as long as you don't end it that way. And to the traffic cops, dentists, and IRS agents in this audience, and our grads, I don't want to ever see you again, but good luck. There is one final important piece that I want to mention. We live in a very complicated world, and navigating this life as screenagers, per se, is a little bit more difficult than some give credit for. Everyone has their struggles, externally and internally. This social media era has honestly not made dealing with this any easier. In an era of our lives so important, we've all had our spirits dampened at some points, and for some of us, there have been times where our spirits have been completely broken. There's so much pressure in this world, pressure to look good, pressure to have friends, pressure to deliver a good speech, pressure to make your family proud, pressure to make your teachers proud. There are those times where you're told to get over these pressures that, you can deal with it, it's easy. There's times you're told to get over the grief, and you just can't. And there's those times where it's difficult to get out of bed thinking about, the past failures, what happened to me, thinking about everything that's went on. And I just want to say to everyone that knows what I'm talking about, no matter what, I want you guys to believe in yourself. I want you guys, no matter how dark the tunnel is, to keep seeking the light. As Robin Leonard said, mental illness is not mental weakness, and I want everyone to remember that. To those of you who have sat on the edge of the bed thinking about how difficult it's been and whether you should continue and everything, I just want you guys to know that miracles can happen, great things can happen, and to those of you who have felt that way, I can say, maybe one day you can be standing on a stage in front of your family speaking, or in front of your other family speaking. Let's dig down down and find faith in each other. What do we say to anyone who doubts us? We say, not today. This world can be dark and full of terrors, but I have to say, we can get through this together. As the late, great Stefan Carl Stephenson once said, we are number one. Let's take this next step into freedom together. And to our high school years, I say the tribe has spoken. I'm Ryan Clark, go and get him, Tiger. Have a great rest of your lives, and for one last time, I must say, ride on.